Live. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Anybody in? Hello, my friends. Oh, we got somebody. Real outdoor living. I am doing great. Welcome in. Just sitting out here on the back deck, enjoying the evening. And Just Lark. Good evening, sir. Good to see you. Oh, wow. They're all coming in. TD Knives. Good evening, sir. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Just sitting out here, going to enjoy a couple of Miller lattes. Enjoy this evening. It's probably one of the last few that we get that, yeah, it is beautiful. It's nice and cool outside. It's been warm here. Cane Corso, good evening, sir. But it's probably going to be one of the last evenings here before too long, before the heat sets in, and the fire is the last thing that we're going to want here in East Texas. I do enjoy a nice fire in the evening. Prepared to see, going live in 30 minutes. Yeah, I don't mean to trample on anybody. Normally on Thursdays when I would go live, I'd do it at like 6. But the problem is the sun is just right in my face. I can't take it. I do too, outdoor living. A good fire is hard to beat. And it won't be too long though. It'll be unbearable. It'll be still 95 out here on the deck in the dark. It'll be 95. Yeah, back when we get down to a balmy 87 degrees for a low at 4 a.m. in the morning. Hey, CR. Good evening, sir. It is ACR is out rucking right now. He might not be responding too much. I caught him right in the middle of doing his 31 and 31. You're an inspiration, man. You're killing it. Me, I haven't been walking that much. My goodness, I've been busy. You're in listening mode. You got the dogs out with you, I hope. I'm sure they like a good walk. How's everybody doing? Everybody prepared for spring? We got any gardeners in here? I've been working on, I don't know if anybody has seen him. There's a channel called Gardening with Leon. He's up in Oklahoma. He's an elderly gentleman. He has probably forgotten more about gardening than all of us combined will ever know. But he built some self-wicking containers. So basically they store water in the bottom and it slowly goes up to the top throughout the week. And I used them for the first time last year and they worked surprisingly well. So I built some more this year and I've got some more to be built. It's 30, below 30 there. Hell no. It's going to actually get back down in the 30s. It's predicted here in a couple of weeks, which is the reason why I've been hanging off on actually planting anything. You're not really supposed to plant anything until here around Easter. And I've gotten a little excited what I call fall spring, and I get really the spring fever, and I went out and planted a bunch of stuff. Boop, dead. Everything's dead. Have to start over. Be another year or so before you get yours going. Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to do it. Cane Corso is getting them started indoors. I just haven't. I've been in such a preparedness stage, getting ready for spring. I hadn't even had a chance to plan anything. Brother Gen X Gemini, welcome in, sir. It's great to see you. How's it feel not to be on your lunch break or inside working while you're listening to a live in the evening? I bet you that's pretty good. We're just out here having a Miller latte, enjoying in this fine evening. We don't have very many of them more to go before it's just. I was thinking about it earlier before I started the live. We made to start doing poolside lives here in a couple of months. I I think I'll be swimming in about a month at the most. Actually, cane course, if I could pull it off. Emmett Gifford, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in, sir. Or ma'am. Let's see. Add as moderator. Hey, Gen X. Speedo sounds a little bit like overkill. It's a private pool, sir. What I need a damn Speedo for? I'll let you just dwell on that for the rest of the evening. That's what you get. So have you adapted to your day shift yet? Is it old hat already, Gen X? I'm happy for you, bud, getting on a day shift. You like that game? Yeah, I know. Nice leopard print Speedo. I can imagine I would even make the dog turn around if I was came out wearing a leopard print Speedo. I wouldn't even want to see in a mirror. It would be horrifying. You're still in the honeymoon phase, going, woo, what is that? That's what's that burning orb up there? Never seen that before. Now, quite honestly, anymore, and I have to, I have to pretty much stay covered up, even in the pool. I wear a shirt, and yeah, I'm still wearing a hat, even in the pool. If I want to go under, then I go under, and then I put the hat back on. I can't take any more skin cancer. Check it out, everybody, instead of just staring at me. Fire. Yeah, you almost caught fire. So I did 4 months one time on night shift, strictly nights. It wasn't even an evening shift. So basically, my shift started at dark and it ended at dark. I didn't see the sun for 4 months, and we all just started looking like ghouls, pasty, sick. It was terrible. Yeah, I do outdoor living, and I wear long sleeves a lot. I hate it. I absolutely hate it, but I have to wear long sleeves quite a bit. And that's one reason why I got these shirts. They're a summertime shirt, but they're long sleeve. They make me sweat like a dog. Brother Robert Ham, it is great to see you. Cheers, sir. We're out here having a Miller latte. And we're out beside the campfire. Just enjoying the evening, counting the days while it's still cool enough to sit outside and enjoy it, especially with the fire. It won't be long. Will not be long. Can't do it. But I do have the citronella candles already burning because the mosquitoes are starving to death. And I sat out here last night. They attacked me, and I almost needed a blood transfusion before I figured out they were eating me alive. Yeah, that's true. And I hate these wide brim hats. I wore ball caps a lot growing up. Just what I wore. It's comfortable, but the sun almost took my ears off. Sportsman's Chronicles. Good evening, sir. Hey, I appreciate you coming in. I really appreciate it. We'll take all the likes we can get. You got gasoline in your veins. I've known a lot of the old timers, man, they ate garlic and onions like crazy. And they swore by it. And I like garlic and onions, and they do tend to not bother me as much as like my wife comes outside and they are just attacking her and they leave me alone. But this time of year, they are, they have no prejudice. They'll attack everybody. Lawfully armed, it is good to see you. I'm sorry your allergies are killing you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I have been constantly stuffed up for several weeks now. Oh, that's awesome to know, outdoor living. I need to give it a try. I really should. But the pollen was so bad here. We had a little front, let's see, the front blow through a couple of nights ago. And the pollen coming out of the trees was so bad, it literally stopped the skimmers up in my pool from the pollen landing. And my porch out here is just an absolute wreck. Everything needs to be washed and scrubbed. The seats are destroyed. Robert's got that sweet, sweet blood. They're coming straight for him. Just started on garlic and Greek oregano. My dad used to just, now, didn't help with the mosquitoes any, but for ticks, he used to just use straight sulfur. He had sulfur in a sock, and he would just beat his pants with it to keep all the ticks off of him. Keeps the skeeters at bay, probably keeps the wife away, keeps everybody away. Of course, a clove a day, that's not bad. Black garlic. I'm not a garlic connoisseur. I don't know. I know what garlic looks like, and I like garlic, but I wouldn't know one from another. I don't know if y'all could see it on y'all's screen, but if you look through the fire on the porch that just looks like dirt on my deck, that's not dirt. That's pollen. Here, I'm going to turn you. Hold on, everybody. But there's just pollen stacked up. And it rained 3 inches here yesterday, and it couldn't wash it all away. Fermented for 730 days. No, it is not cedar pollen, thank God, or I'd probably be in the hospital. It's just a lot of pine pollen and really, was this hackberry? Lots of hackberry pollen. No, cedar pollen is terrible. Like, was juniper? Luckily, there's not much around here. Juniper would pretty much cripple me. Only thing you're allergic to is work. I'm allergic to that as well. I've always been this way, though. Yes, tree sperm. Absolutely. Everybody's getting an unwilling facial this time of year. My truck is just green. Of course, if I brought it out during the storm, it would have hailed on it, so I just left it in the carport. Been working on flooring all week. That sounds brutal. The older I get, the more I think that I like projects that are waist high. Gen X, I'm not even going to repeat that. Oh my goodness. I want to see that on video, quite honestly. Or maybe I don't. Thinking about the town planting trees. So I knew this guy, he was from Russia. And he was a really nice dude. He was over here working. And he said the worst thing that was about America is because we helped them out. They had been bombed so hard after World War II that they sent them over a bunch of cottonwood trees, like hundreds of thousands of cottonwood trees to plant to prevent soil erosion. And in the spring, when the cottonwoods bloomed, there's so much cotton it looked like 4 feet of snow out there. He was like, that was a dirty, dirty trick. Nobody wants to see your videos. I always enjoyed your videos, Gen X. I haven't seen one in a while, at least one that hadn't come up on my feed. Have you done any that I've missed recently, or you just been kind of on the down low? I need to recheck my settings for your channel then. I haven't seen any notifications for your live streams either. I need to make sure that I have it turned on correctly. Cottonwoods are beautiful trees, and they do get huge. We have a lot of sweet gum here, and I like sweet gum, but my goodness, the balls they drop are a real pain. Yeah, I think, especially for people that y'all like to enjoy watching. I mean, we've got some people in here with some good channels. You need to go and make sure, and I'm guilty of it as well, make sure you have your notifications turned on. That way that we don't miss their content. So I kind of got on a kick today, and a lot of us have smaller channels, and you'll get views, and then it's just like a light switch got turned off. What was getting views doesn't get one more. And I think we're getting so buried in AI content. Those things are pumping out tens of thousands of videos every day. Pardon me. And our channels are getting buried. And it's even more important than ever for us to support our fellow small channels and try to undig ourselves out of all this crap content. Damn Gen X. Not that I don't understand, but damn it. It's called old man syndrome. But I'd kind of like to know other people that have channels on here if that's something you think might be happening as well. It just seems a little bizarre to me. I have to do something with my fire here. Hey, Gen X, I don't care, man. Bring your humor. Bring it on, man. I can take it. I'm just not going to repeat it on the live. That'll that'll get that. I mean, I've already got enough problems with the algorithm. I don't need that. There we go. Dude, I worked in construction since 1992. There is nothing that you could say that's going to make me blush. I can promise you. Yeah, my subs do as well, Can Corso. I'll gain 5 and lose 6 and then pick up 2 somewhere out and then lose a few. And they're slowly going up. But I have thought about it. I've kind of quit looking at subs for my measure, I guess I would say, measure of success. And I've actually started looking more at watch time hours. I think watch time hours is the key. Yeah, I know, Brother Robert. Well, Gen X, I think that any of us could actually get monetized, but it does require quite a bit of effort. And I don't even know why I want to be monetized, quite honestly. It's not like I'm looking to make a living from YouTube. I don't even need YouTube to make a living. But it's kind of like just goals. I would like to reach goals. That's true. Can Corso. So if you can reach out to people that have never seen you before and they will stay for 5 or 6 minutes, that's where it's at. I am bound and determined to hit 1,000 subs. I also think I have something else, and I was discussing this with the wife last night. So I used to make motorcycle content years ago in like 2012, and I did a few videos, and I was just kind of testing the waters, and I was like, nah, I don't think this is for me, and I just quit. So my channel just sat there dead for like 10 years without one piece of content on it. And then instead of just creating a new account and starting Randall's Little Adventures, I used the exact same account. And I think that really, YouTube is kind of punishing me for a decade of not putting out content. Sometimes creating content for your channel is not necessarily about being monetized or not. I mean, it's a goal of mine at some point just to say I made them bastards give me 2 cents, whatever. But it also, when I get too old and feeble to actually go out and do some of the things that I do today, that I can put on my own channel and just kind of kick back and reminisce. And just sit there and look at some of the silly crap that I did over the years. I think there's several people. I mean, you don't have to go full in if you don't want to. Just put out some content. And me personally, I like to try to be creative. Let's see. Adam Bombanga, get the rage. Welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. We're just sitting out here. We got a campfire going, enjoying a Miller latte. Enjoying a fire while it's still cool enough to enjoy one. Dude, that night vision of yours, that was pretty spot on. I really enjoyed that video. It was funny. Hey, Adam, I really appreciate that. I really do. You're just talking about the night vision that Gen X did? He has the most awesome night vision that there is, actually. Right up until his face got set on fire. That was pretty awesome. I'm glad it wasn't any worse than what it was. They're gonna get their panties in a knot. That's what they do. It's just a bunch of and I don't have anything against 20-year-olds, but it's just made up of a bunch of 20-year-olds that haven't been outside 15 years, and they have opinions. I'll just leave it at that. That's right, Kane. That's some good night vision too. There is nothing that gets by the Ford Paws night vision. Right now, our last dog was a half Rottweiler, half Black Lab, and she was a real sweetheart. But man, she could see everything, and when she took off in the woods, I didn't care because she weighed 80 pounds. But now, we have a Chihuahua that thinks it's that same 80-pound dog. When it goes out in the woods, I'm just like, well, good luck to you, and I hope you don't get ate. Because I can't find her out here in this pitch dark. I love pits. I grew up, my dad raised pit bulldogs. And he wasn't like a puppy farm or anything like that, but he did sell a bunch of them. But yeah, my mom could put me out in the yard when I was 5 or 6 years old. She didn't stare out the kitchen window to see if I was still there. She knew I was still there. That dog wouldn't let anybody get within 10 feet of me. And she was sweet, but my mom had to go put her up in the daggum laundry room. If I was bad and she was fixing to whip my butt, she had to go put the dog up, or the dog would take her out. She wasn't having none of that. I was her puppy. And quite honestly, I have a lot of interest in a Pitweiler, a mix between a Pit and a Rottweiler. I just don't know if I have the time and energy dedicated to a dog like that. They're going to be high energy, go, go, go. And I'm high energy for about 4 hours a day, and then I start playing out pretty fast. So I'd hate for a dog like that to get bored. Three pit bulls. They like to go. They like to do things. But our last dog, the rotten Weiler, as I called it, we just had to call her a lab everywhere we went. We do a lot of campgrounds, and they say no to Rottweilers. Hey, my address is on here. I'll give it to him, whole case. He'll probably use it for target practice, though. I'm just saying, Gen X. I'll probably take two of the jars out of the case and use those, and I'll give the rest of them to ACR. He'd probably have a little meltdown over receiving a gift like that. Of course, I wouldn't get any more beer. That'd probably be the last beer. Well, I put a PO box on my. It's not under the description, but on my main page. So these patches, in fact, had these patches made, and I know a lot of people collect these patches, and I'm not trying to make money. In fact, I lose money on selling patches. I think I'm going to put these up for, in fact, I know I am, $7 a piece. They're full Velcro, and they actually come with a backing that if you don't have Velcro, you can stitch the backing to something and put it together. Krista did not make these. Though, if Krista can make me a next batch, I'll definitely get them from her. She did make me some stickers. And the stickers look just like these. I don't have my cup out here. But I did order some stickers from her. But, yeah, I guess I'm going to start offering these. If anybody wants one, I'll be happy to send you one. Like I said, $7. By the time I drive my Ram Charger to the PO box and come back, I'm losing about probably $10 a patch on it. A mini Australian Shepherd. All dogs, they've got the same wired brain. It doesn't matter if it's a teacup poodle, a standard poodle, a Great Dane, they all have the same brain. They all think they're the same size. Yeah, Robert, I'm not here to rip anybody off. I know money's tight for everybody. And like I said, I'm not even looking to make any money off of them. But if people want them, hey, I've got them. I'll be glad to send them some. Just shoot me an email or even on here, and we'll get it figured out. Yeah, and I looked online, and like the cheapest hook and loop patch that I could find that was any quality, especially like this is a full, oh, what do you call it? It's not vinyl. It's full embroidery. There's the word I was looking for. It's a full embroidery sticker or patch. And the cheapest one I could even find, and it wasn't even close to this quality, was $8. So awesome. Yeah, my email is on my homepage. Shoot me an email or just send me a letter in the mail. Scoot is actually the first one that got one. And man, he was on it. He was on it so fast, I didn't even have a P.O. box yet. He's just like, let me know when you got a P.O. box, letters in the mail. And he actually, I was blown away. He sent an envelope already addressed with the stamps on it. That's all I had to do. Put some stuff in his envelope and phew, it was gone. Yeah, motorcycle patches can get Terribly expensive. Especially if they say anything close to Harley Davidson on them. Price goes up 80% just saying that. Yeah, but my email is just randallslittleadventures@gmail.com. $100 a mile. That's what it equals, Gen X. I was kind of sad. I traded my motorcycle in, so I no longer have the Harley Davidson, and I also traded my boat in. I was not using it, and I just figured it was going to just rot into the ground, even though it was in my shop. So I got rid of them. Yeah, just Lark. I don't know that I have your number, but we'll figure something out. I know that he did send me your number. Actually, he did. I'll get it. We'll get you fixed up. You still have your Harley Gen X? It just got to the point where, when I was down closer to where Andrew is, everybody is on their cell phones. They're texting while they're driving. And it was becoming more dangerous than actual riding around drunk drivers. And I was so excited to move up here again. This is where I grew up. And I moved back. And I don't think we were back a month. And it was 11 o'clock in the morning. And a deer shot out of the woods and slammed into the side of my pickup truck. Just out of the blue. Just full tilt. And I kept having deer running out in front of me. And I was just like, man, this is worse than the people actually texting while they're driving. So I got to where I just wouldn't ride it, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done. And it's a shame because I do love to ride, but I don't like dying that much anymore. Back when I was young, it didn't bother me. I've already been in one really major wreck, and I'm not putting my wife through that again. Oh, Jesus, from August to now? Yeah. It's not, sadly, Robert. It's a whole industry that's just it's coming to a grinding halt. They're selling fewer and fewer motorcycles every year. And even though it's an extremely economical and it's just so easy. It's just the liability that you take in your hands every time you leave the house just isn't worth it. Holy shit, you got hit by a Kenworth on your Harley? I'm glad you're here, Gen X, because I just got hit by a Chevrolet and I was in the hospital for almost a month. And it took me 6 months to actually walk again. I always wanted to ride an adventure cycle or even a Harley with bags and ride it up to Alaska, but now I'll be lucky to get there if I'm in a vehicle. Hey, which leg, Gen X? Oh, that was a sad end for the Magna. Those are collector's items now. Oh, thank you, ACR. Yeah, it is a nice little fire. It's not too big to be uncomfortable. Oh, that's a cool trip. Left leg. That's the same one I've got a rod in my left leg. And I had a whole crap ton of screws and a couple of surgeries and two broken hands, and it actually split my wig from right here all the way to back here. And actually, the surgeons did a really good job on my face. It was stitched inside and out. I got lucky that I don't look like Frankenstein. Although with this balding head, it's not helping myself out any. Hey, just Lark, and that's everybody's. I mean, that's a decision each person has to make. If it's worth it, go for it. Because even after my accident, I got back on it and I was riding. It took me a little while before I bought another motorcycle, but I did it. But yeah, everybody has to make that choice themselves. A paper plate. I hope it was at least Chinette and not a Great Value paper plate. Ride a mountain bike as well. I've got an actual bicycle out there in the shop that I bought. I should sell it. It's got like 15 gently used miles on it. It's a great bike too. It's a Dollar Tree. Wasn't styrofoam, was it? One of those that you put one slice of bread on it, it just starts bending. Fire's just getting better and better. So has anybody got any projects that they're working on this spring? Anything new and exciting out there? Of course, I went over my garden. I got my pear trees, my little orchard planted. I got to work on some water systems. My well is doing exceptionally well. I don't know if y'all saw the well that I dug, but even through the drought, it was still pumping water, which I was happy with. Miguel Gallegos, welcome in. I appreciate you coming in. Welcome to the live. Yeah, we're just sitting out here enjoying this nice, cool evening before it gets hot. One of the last fires that's going to be enjoyable for at least 9 months around here before summertime comes in full swing. I can't believe I stayed in Texas when I retired. Well, I know why I stayed in Texas. My mother was ill, and I moved back here because I needed to be close to her. And by goodness, I'm not moving again. That was too much work. My gosh, it felt like I moved for a year. I think we did move for a year. I thought I did remember you, Miguel. Welcome back. I thought I recognized the name. I don't do a live, but every so often. So my memory is not the greatest it used to be, but I thought I did as soon as I saw it, I thought I recognized it. Your retirement dates whenever you drop dead. I tell you what, anybody can do it, but it takes a crap ton of concentration, especially to retire early. it takes a lot of mental discipline. And before I did, I had a 5 year plan, and we lived that 5 year plan, and we had a lot of hurdles that we had to overcome. Job stability wasn't that great, and yeah, it does. If you can't concentrate, it's tough. But it was a daily part of life, is thinking of that goal at that time. It is doable though. And it's not like I came for money. I came from the opposite of money. We had no money. Whew, 35 years to go. Well, I'm just going to say happy retirement now, because in 35 years, if I'm not here, or if I am here, I won't remember it. I'll be probably a vegetable in 35 years, if not dead. It's starting to get a little bit dark. I should go and grab my lights here before too long. I think y'all can still see me okay. Oh yeah, check out them glasses. That's actually messing with my eyes a little bit. But yeah, anybody can do it. If I mean, I just worked. I was hourly for most of it until the very end. We just scrimped and saved and lived about on 1/3 of our paycheck. Lived in an old wore out single wide trailer. Didn't buy vehicles all the time. In fact, we didn't really buy vehicles until, well, my wife, her car was played out, and we bought one about 3 years before she retired, and I bought me one year before I retired, or 2 years, and had everything paid off by retirement date and no debt. Yeah, I started contracting, working on the Houston Ship Channel. Started there in 1993, and it was always feast or famine as a contractor. You're either making good money or you're not making a lick. It's a tough way to live. But by the end, I'd actually made a supervisory role, and they finally forced me to go to a salary, which I didn't want. I liked hourly because I worked a lot of hours, even as a supervisor and slash manager. I'd get calls at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'd charge them. They got tired of that, so yeah, I came from basically homeless. I was borderline homeless when I started working, and it's a long road to hope. It is hard to get out of that, and it's also your friends. Who you hang out with is who you become. If you hang out with a bunch of people that just drink beer every weekend and barbecue and go to football games, and I'm not saying any of those things are bad, because I'm drinking beer, but I just sit here at the house. I don't spend it. And now that I'm so used to it, I can't spend it. It'll actually make me mad to go spend money for entertainment. We will actually, we might go out and eat something about once a month. And we have to plan it. It's like we are going to go somewhere. There's one cantina that we like that's over in Nacogdoches, and they have dollar margarita Wednesdays. And we'll go in there at about 3 o'clock, drink 2 or 3 margaritas, and that's it. We'll just slide onto the house, and that's the action. Pardon me. And that's the activity for the day. Yeah, it's tough. Everybody's there, man. Most of the nation's on that program. Tattooing. And that's another thing. And I'm not knocking it. I think they're absolutely artists. And they should be paid for their work. And I would like to have tattoos, but there's no tattoos on me because I wanted to retire a little bit earlier. And I never could make up my mind on a tattoo either. I'd find something I really like, and it's like, how long am I going to really like that? If I look at it every day, am I still going to like it? And I was so wishy-washy that I finally just gave up. I'm going to go hit these lights because I'm starting to get a lot of glare from this fire. Be right back. All right. Let's see if this helps out at all. Lights on. Not a lot. You didn't grow up with gorillas, you grew up with possums. I hear that. That's how I grew up. Was in the woods. And I missed it. All those years I spent down there on those contracting jobs, I just wish I could get back to the woods. Scoot, good evening, sir. I'm not cooking nothing, sir. You're crap out of luck. I have been back seriously dieting. So the next thing I'm probably having is a yogurt. Yeah, I lost 40 pounds and I hit a wall and I'm just not losing. And I'm sure that beer's not helping whatsoever. But my goodness, I love beer. In the evenings, there is nothing better than a nice beer. Yeah, Scoot's been he's been on the down low for lately. So we're getting pretty close to an hour. We're gonna have us one more Miller latte, and probably close out the evening. This fire's actually starting to feel pretty good. The temperature's dropping out here. It's unbelievable. It was hot. It was already hot. I was dreading the summer. And then we had that little front come through, dumping 3 inches of rain on us, and it cooled off quite a bit. It was 40 degrees when I got up this morning. You been sick, Scoot? Well, I hope you're on the upside, man. I hope you're doing better. But ACR and I are looking to go back over to Ratcliffe recreational area here, hopefully in a few weeks before this weather starts warming up. And we're going to try to do another camp and kind of scout out a spot for our second annual meetup. Well, I'm sorry I didn't cook anything for you, Scoot. You come around here, you're going to be on a starvation diet, sir. Well, at least not one meal a day, but the rest of the meals you're going to be just hungry. Ooh, that fire's getting down with the program. Starting to hear metal pop. I hate those sicknesses that just get you where you just like a week old little deer, and you just, oh my God, it's so terrible fighting back from that. It's amazing though, since we've been out here, I don't go to town very much. We don't have much interaction with other people every now and then. But other than allergies, I have not been sick in over 3 years. Now, I've had some allergy attacks that damn near killed me, but I wasn't sick. I guess viruses can't crawl all the way out here to this woods. Oh my gosh. I tried to click the switch the thing over, and that was almost it. Is everybody still here? I tell you what, me and cell phones, we just do not jive. I got I got big digits. Okay, good. Thank you, Robert. Big digits, and I hit the screen reverse, and it just lost its mind. I don't know that y'all can hear that. So the lake, the neighbor drain, there's still a kind of a small puddle in the middle of it, and there are Canadian geese down there. I can hear them. They must be headed back that way. Fingers suck sometimes, Scoot. I mean, I've got little short, stubby fingers, but I can still palm a basketball. It's like Spider-Man. But I don't have NBA hands. But I want to take this moment. We're rolling up to about 58 minutes, but I want to say that I appreciate all of y'all, especially y'all coming in and supporting. Man, it means a lot to me. And I think it's so cool how most of us on here are across so many different platforms, and we just kind of all hang out in the same group. I think that's really neat. I've met so many cool people like that. I still think that's wild. That fire hitting these glasses. I hate wearing these glasses during these lives, but if I don't wear them, I can't see anything that y'all say. Yeah, Robert, it does become a family. It really does. I mean, you start learning people and figuring out their interests and a little more about them, and it's pretty cool. I really enjoy it. That's amazing how bright that sky looks back there around the umbrella and the fireplace. It is definitely not that bright, me sitting here. Scoot, and I'm glad you're here. So, Scoot was the first one to hit me up with a patch, and I had another guy hit me. He was in Canada, and so I've known this dude for a long time through World of Warships. I'm a gamer at night, if you didn't know. And I sent him a patch, and my goodness, I had no idea how much a daggum stamp was to Canada. Well, I lost my ass on that deal, but that's cool. I sent them to him, and he was happy, and I was happy. It's kind of sad, Robert, but I'm glad we are here for you. Family, you can't choose your family. You only get to choose your friends. And the ones you get to choose seem to always be the best. Yeah, I need to call you too, Robert. I hadn't talked with you in a few weeks. Maybe here in a couple of days I'll give you a ring. It just seems like I have been busy as hell. Did you put it on anything, Scoot? Or are you just carrying it around in your pocket? What are you doing with it? You got a backpack to throw it on, a hat? What'd you do with that patch? Curious minds want to know. Now the coyotes are starting. I love living here. We get all the cool critters. Somewhere out here, there's been people said they saw a bear, but I haven't seen any sign. Of course, I get to hear lots of cows. They're all the way around us here. That's usually I'll wake up to in the morning is the cows. It's funny. They migrate. So basically, our entire place is surrounded by one place. One guy owns all the land all the way around our property. And the cows migrate from one side of his place to the other side of his place each day, twice a day. So they'll go to one side and there'll just be a line going right past my house and they're mooing and mooing. That's my alarm clock. So you got it on a tiger stripe cat or a hat? That's cool. Tiger stripe is actually my favorite camo. I don't know if it works better than this multicam stuff. Actually, the what do they call this? ACU? Not ACU. That's a uniform. But I call it multicam. It works really good in this area, but I don't know. Tiger stripe is it's the shit. He got drunk and went out and howled at the coyotes. Hey, I've done it. It's a lot of fun. They will answer back. Woodland camo is probably, what do they say? That is God's camo. Unless you're being snowed on, woodland camo it's all the way up there. They should still be using in woodland camo in the military today, as far as I'm concerned. You might need snow camo. If I put on snow camo, you're going to see me from 7,000 yards. I can use it 2 days a year, and that's it. My mother bought me something. What was that? I'm thinking it was just a t-shirt, if I remember right, and it was snow camo. And I was grateful for a little gift. I did appreciate it, but I'm like, why? Why did you buy me snow camo in the middle of the daggum what is this, a subtropic rainforest? Gonna mount it to a camo jacket. Awesome. Just remember, it's got a backing that comes on it. So it's pull that backing off. If you don't have hook and loop, you can sew the backing and then the patch will come on and off. Kind of messed me up for a few minutes. It's messed up a couple other people too. Brother, I'm right there with you. If I take my hat off for more than 3 minutes, I will look like a red lollipop. That head is getting bare. I need to just start shaving this crap. But my hat fits pretty good like it is. The sea bees, I don't even know what camo they use. I have to check that out. Is it current or past camo, Robert? We go out there and give us a nice call, Gen X. Bald eagles. Bald eagles were a thing now here too. I didn't see a bald eagle the entire time I was growing up. And they are really making a comeback. There was two bald eagles out by the road in my tree a couple of months ago, and I can hear them every now and then. And plus, there's tons of hawks. But man, they are really repopulating. It's cool. I love seeing a bald eagle fly over the house. But it's so wild. You never saw one the entire time I was growing up. And I grew up 20 miles from here. And now I see them quite often. AOR Type 2 Utility Work Uniform. I'll have to check that out. I'm always down for a new camo. Yeah, if you're in the woods, woodland camo is the shit. You can't go wrong. You got trees, woodland camo works extremely well. I wish I could wear a boonie and not look like a bottle of soda pop or some kind of crap. My head is so big, it just looks like a little dink on top of my head. That's awesome, Gen X. And people think they make this whatever call. No, that's a red-tailed hawk. They actually, all this bull crap that you see about eagles, they don't sound like that. They got this little high squeaky voice. They are the Mike Tyson of birds. I'm gonna kick your ass. Well, believe me, they mean it. They will kick your ass, but they don't sound like they're going to. It's a digital pattern. It's going to have to be a good digital pattern. Boy, I have not loved digital. They put a lot of thought process into that, and I haven't seen any that's really worked out. I tell you, a good pattern, and I wish you could get more of it here, and that's the old German Flecktarn. That pattern would work amazing here. Oh, that's pretty awesome. I would love to have a daggum nest. I'm sure there is one somewhere. I just don't know where it is. I would protect that at all cost. Be awesome to have. Wouldn't be awesome for our Chihuahua because that'd make a nice morsel. We'd have to keep her on a leash so we could pull her back down. I wonder if ACR got back from his his ruck yet. That dude's been putting in work on that. Good for him. Fire's starting to burn down. We're going to finish up this beer and wrap it up. It is so nice sitting out here. He very might well be. Got tired of listening to me rattle on. Went to somebody else's live, which is cool. There's room enough for everybody. I thought it was pretty cool that he managed to get over 1,000. Whether he can hold it or YouTube screws him over, we'll see. If he can get another 100 or so over 1,000, he's pretty safe. But if he's only a handful over 1,000, he won't stay there. And that's another thing. Just because you hit 1,000 doesn't mean you're monetized. You actually have to have also 4,000 watch time hours. So it is extremely important for anybody that you watch. If you want to support them, let's say there's somebody like I'm doing a live, or ACR's doing a live, or Twin Gen, or any of these guys. If you miss their live and you really don't have time for the live, sometimes it's just not as exciting if you're not there. Go ahead and click on it. If you got something else to do, go do it and let it play. It will. If you want to support somebody, hit the like button, let it play. You're giving your support. Just my little tip to help people out, because they have to have the watch time hours. And I'm way behind on watch time hours. Actually, I'm doing better on subs than I am watch time hours. Yeah, they are a bitch. 4,000, and it's not just 4,000 total, it's 4,000 for a year. So you have to really be interacting with people. You got to pick the correct time for a video. If you only have a 3-minute video, you're not going to get very many hours. If you got an hour-long video, people are going to quit and burn off. 50% of the people will burn off in 30 seconds, but so yeah, and that's another thing that I have playlist. I've got about 5 different playlists, and now after you watch it one time, it doesn't count anymore. But let's say you're not interested in sitting there and watching something from 3 years ago, you can hit play all. Go to bed, whatever. Let her rip, tater chip. I appreciate that, Scoop. I need all the help I can get. Like I said, I'm not doing this for the money. I do this for the entertainment, and I really didn't expect the added bonus of meeting so many cool people. That was the main bonus for me, is just meeting people. And I've kind of got a little artistic streak in me, and I try to improve my videos. And of course I want everybody to enjoy them, but I do it more for me than I do anybody else. Sister Krista, it is great to see you. You're just catching us. We're just about to wrap this one up. Just sitting here finishing up a Miller latte, enjoying this fire here. We'll switch you around. That's what we're enjoying right now. And of course, if y'all need a sticker, patch, creative stuff, go hit up Krista. She can make a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, and I have enjoyed those stickers. I've got those damn things all over everything, Krista. Oh, you're welcome. It was weird when I first got them. I was actually making sure they were vinyl, and I didn't mean nothing by it when I text you. But they change colors if they got wet. I thought they were absorbing water. No, they just change colors. They go right back to their original color when they dry out. So I've got them on a couple of cups, and they're holding up well. I need to just go stick one out on the side of my barn. We'll do a real life test on those things. See how they hold up with some 130-degree heat pounding on their butt this summer. If you can hold up to Texas sun for an entire summer, they are bomb proof. I can't even use solar out here. Like those little solar lights and stuff, I got them around my pool. The sun will eat the solar lights. It'll literally eat the solar panels out of them. But anyway, guys, I'm pretty much played out for an evening. I just want to say one more time, thank you to each and every one of you. New people that came in, appreciate y'all coming in as well. We're going to finish up the beer here and call it an evening. It's been a great evening. I do have another video coming out this weekend. It's a review video. It's something I've been working on, my goodness, for over a year to get to actually test it out and make sure I approve it. It is now approved, and I'm going to show it off. But absolutely, cheers, everybody. I hope everybody has a great rest of the evening. I hope you have a great weekend, and we will see you next time. Take care, my friends, and talk to you later.